the question is self-practice and belief. You know, I believe someone like a Buddha give us hope, and I don't go through a practice. I just go through belief, and now I come through a practice like from step 1, step 2, enlightenment. Okay. But of course, like what my belief before, it's not really before. I mean, like what my belief is, there is a pure land, a paradise, or whatever. That there is some sutra was described in China that there is a Western pure land that we can go by chanting, you know, Amitabha, then we can go. Is it really workable?
You can make anything with your mind.
Yeah, I mean, like this is the thing, because just now you were described about mind. It's the highest level of the sutra. I believe so. Actually, I agree so. The thing is, your mind can form a lot of things. You can also form your own paradise, isn't it? I mean, in some certain level of your mind, because like the quantum physics already shows that all the solid thing actually it's come from the mind, that the frequency is very, very high enough to make things concrete. And if chanting is that powerful, you chant, because Master Chan can affect me. I mean, it's good effect, of course, talking about. You have a lot of worries, a lot of fear, and if come through your high level of chanting, you can touch my mind, isn't it?
You can touch your own mind.
Okay, you enlighten
with your
me.
own expectation.
Right? To me, it's the same, because you light up my candle. You light up my candle through your words and through your mind. Then I've been affected from you in a way. So I'm still enlightened by you.
Great happiness, which is not man-made, which is not mind-made. If I can find that access, please, I'm so lazy, I don't want to do it myself. I just want to be part of it. If I can do that, I will do that. I don't want to be smart around and cook out all these problems.
If you use computer, you are using the power of computer. If you drive a car, you are using the power of a car. So also, if you think about something, your mind is using the power of something. If you think about someone, your mind is using the power of someone. If you think about Buddha, your mind is using the power of Buddha. But weakness is our intelligence has limit. That's why Buddha, we know, is not, our intelligence has limit. That's why knowing about Buddha is not complete. Our knowing about Buddha is not complete. If you make chanting, you are using the power of works, teaching of Buddha. The problem is concerned with our intelligence. Our intelligence has limit. That's why knowing about Buddha teaching, our traditional knowing about Buddha teaching is not complete. That's why we are using the limited power. We can do only what we know. We can think about Buddha. We can think about ourselves. We can think about science. We can think about politics. We can think about business. which means our mind is using the limited power because our intelligence we are using has limit. That's why we cannot go beyond the limit. Whatever we do, it has limit. Whatever we know, it has limit. We are using the limited power. To solve this problem, trying to pay attention to the truth, which is concerned with everything, everyone, which is concerned with all created truth. This truth is to use only, to experience only, to do only. In all your action, don't forget to do only. Whatever happens to you and to your society, don't forget to experience only. In all your action, don't forget to use only. You can sit, you can stand, you can walk, you can drive, you can read. In all your action, don't forget to use only. Your attention must be to the truth, which is to use only, to experience only, to do only. This practice intends to go beyond our intelligence. This practice intends to use created truth in the right way. If you forget this truth, you will remember I sit, I stand, I walk, I eat, I read, I see. That understanding is wrong. If you remember the truth, to use only, to experience only, to know only, to do only, your action will be action only. Your knowing will be whatever you know, it will be knowing only. Using your mind, using your body, all using will be using only. I am guiding to use life, to use mind and body in the right way. In fact, to use only is true. But habitually, we are using mind and body with the idea of my mind, my body, my life. That understanding is wrong. Using with the idea of someone, something is wrong. Using only is right. Knowing with the idea of I know, you know, I don't know, that understanding is wrong. Knowing only is right. Not knowing only is right. All knowing and not knowing are to experience only, to know only, not to grasp knowing as something, not knowing as something, just to use only, just to experience only. We all are habitually using life with wrong understanding. Wrong understanding means we think life as something, we think death as something. That thinking is wrong. That understanding is wrong. using life with wrong understanding is traditional using. Every animals are using life with wrong understanding. That's why they are using the limited power. They are using mind power, man power, brain power. They are using the power of something. That something has limit. They are using the power of someone or power of everyone, all people, which has limit. That's why to be able to use limitless power, we must stop our attention to something. Attention to something, attention to everything, attention to the time, attention to the place is our habit. That attention can be stopped by paying attention to the truth, using only, experiencing only, doing only, knowing only. In this way, attention is only to the truth. In this way, attention to the mind, to the body, to the time, to the place will be stopped. Attention causes attachment. If we can stop attention, there will be no attachment to the life, to the death, to the food. Attention to the food make attachment to the food. Attention to the place make attachments to the place. Attention to the mistake make attachment to the mistake. That's why we must change our attention to the truth, which is using only, experiencing only, knowing only, doing only. In this way, there will be less and less attachment to the action, to the cause, to the effect, to the mind, to the situation, to the time, to the place. In this way, mind will be free from attachment. Mind is always paying attention to the created truth. What I am guiding is to stop that habit of mind. In this way, mind will be free from habitual attention. In this way, mind will be to use only. Not my mind, not your mind. Just to use only. By practice, there will be special quality to use mind and body in the right way. If we can use mind in the right way, mind is very useful. We are using mind and body with wrong understanding. That's why there are a lot of problems concerned with mind and body. That is, we are using mind and body in the wrong way, using with wrong understanding. This practice intends to correct that mistake. Because of this practice, there is special qualities. Special quality is controlling. Special quality appear in me, which understand to use mind and body in the right way, time and place in the right way, right and wrong action in the right way to experience only. That's why there's no problem in my mind. Because of that quality which can use mind in the right way. That's why all my action is just action only. All my knowing is just knowing only. Whatever happened to me, just happening only. So also, whatever happened to someone, just experiencing only. Because of that quality, which can use created truth in the right way, there's no problem. If you cannot use created truth in the right way, there will be problem. The real problems is not concerned with the situation. It concerned with your mind. Concerned with wrong understanding. Concerned with using in the wrong way. Using with grasping. In fact, mind is to use only, not to be grasped. Life is also to use only, not to be grasped as my life, your life, this life, past life, future life. Not to grasp like that. Grasping use is wrong. Using only is right. If you can stop this grasping habit, you will be able to use all created truth in the right way. In this way, there will be no problem. Because of wrong using to the situation, there is problem. This is using limitless power. If you use limitless power in all your action, it is very powerful. All your desire will be fulfilled by using limitless power. You can also fulfill the desire of other people if you can use this limitless power. If your mind is free from desire, that mind is very powerful. In this way, that mind situation is complete. The key is to remember the truth, which is using only, experiencing only, knowing only, doing only. This practice can stop all the habits of mind. In this way, if you can stop the action of mind, you will be able to use mind in the right way. If you cannot stop the action of mind, all your action will be controlled by desire. That's why all your action will not be free, controlled by desire. There is attention in all your action to be something to be good, to be healthy, to be long life. That desire are controlling the action of everyone. By practicing this way, mind will be free from desire. In fact, desire is virus. Mind with virus is not powerful enough. Mind without virus is very powerful. That desire is because of attention to the created truth. That's why we must change our attention to the truth, which is doing only, action only, knowing only, using only, experiencing only. It is important not to forget this truth in daily life, in any time, in any way. In this way, you will be able to control the action of your mind. No one cannot control the action of mind. This practice intends to control the action of mind. Mind will be paying attention only to the truth. This is training mind to be free from attachment. Our mind, our intelligence, and whatever we know, all are just created truth. All created truths are to use only, to experience only, not to be grasped as something. This practice intends to stop the idea or the thinking of someone, abandon the idea of someone, something. In this way, action will be action only, without someone. Action only is very powerful. Because of right practice, I can do without the idea of I, without the idea of someone. That action is very powerful, using limitless power. I want to share this practice with using limitless power. That's why the works are very simple, but the power behind these works are very powerful. By listening to my teaching, by following this way, trying to be practicing only. Nearly every meditators are practicing with I, not practicing only. Experiencing with the idea of my experience of meditation. That understanding is wrong. All the experience, good or bad, must be to experience only. Instead of paying attention to something, just pay attention to the truth. It will make our mind free from desire, free from attachment. Believing in someone and believing in Buddha and believing in this truth is very different. Because our intelligence has limit. Our understanding about Buddha has limit. That's why if you think about Buddha, you are using the limited power only. Only by practicing this way, your intelligence will go beyond the limit. Only when you will understand, only when understanding about Buddha will be more complete. because of using the limited power, we are trying to control the situation, to control someone, to control something. Because the power we are using has limit. That's why stop controlling or stop attention to something and pay attention to the truth, which is concerned with all created truth, to use only, to experience only, to do only. In this way, you are changing the habit of mind. Mind will never do like that. Mind is always paying attention to the created truth. Because of this practice, it's changed the habit of mind. That's why if you practice like this a little, maybe a little, but it make a lot of power, because using mind unusual way to do normal work and to do unusual work is the power which happen different. If you do unusual work, your quality will be more improved. If you do normal work, your quality will be the same. This practice is difficult, but it makes mind power very, very strong. This practice intends to control the mind. If we do not follow this way, we are trying to control our life, our situation, like other people traditionally doing like this. This is the way to control the mind. It really works. If you can control the mind, you can use mind as you like it. Mind is incomparable with anything. If you can use mind, mind is the best thing to use. Because we cannot control our mind, we are using everything except mind. Any question?
Mind power without desire is very powerful, right? And what form of this power is going to be? And how powerful is it going to be?
There are just two kinds of power. What we are using is created power or limited power. The power behind is unlimited power or original power. We don't know about that power. But if we cannot practice like this, the limitless power or original power is the power all Buddha use. Buddha successfully find this truth. We are using created truth and created power. But using created power and using created truth is right. But grasping created truth and created power is wrong. That's why to be able to have connection with the original truth and original power, we must practice to use created truth and created power in the right way. Using only is right. Action only is right. Experiencing only is right. Using created truth in the right way is the key to understand or to have connection with the original truth and original power. I seldom teach do like this or don't do like this. I teach to use created truth in the right way. I just correct the wrong understanding. I seldom correct the action of mind and body. I don't control the action of other people. I just try to correct the wrong understanding, grasping habit. Grasping habit is wrong. You can do what you can do, but don't grasp, trying not to grasp to your action. Not to grasp to your action, remember the truth, to use only, to do only. If you do without attachment, you will understand it is good, it is right, it is wrong. The understanding, automatic understanding will appear in you. If you do freely, if you do with the idea of this is right, you will think this is right. If you do freely, without attachment, right or wrong, you will understand it is right, it is wrong, automatically. That's why action only is important. To do freely is important. To practice freely is important. Most of the meditators are practicing this is right, with the idea of this is right. That's why they are practicing the method with grasping. That's why more practice, more attachments to this practice. Their understanding is just created understanding. They are using created truth in the wrong way. If you see other people with the idea of I, you will know other people. No one is I. If you see freely, you will see no I, no other people, just seeing only. If you see freely, you will see freely. If you see with the idea of I, you will see other people. You are knowing is not free. You will know only the created truth. That's why action only is, practicing only is important. Experiencing only is important.
The difference of power can be compared with an animal who's very strict within the reflex, within its reflexes. It cannot analyze, it cannot choose. Humans can analyze and choose. That's a very one step up in the mind power. This one is one step up in the mind power. Out of that still habitual grasping and clinging. If I can use the mind without grasping and clinging, it can do just one level better.
I have been teaching like this over 10 years because of abandoning the works I'm using, because of teaching only, because of doing only. And finally, I can be able to teach like this. If you have attachments to the works you are using, your teaching will be the same. How long? The more you use works with attachments, with grasping, there will be more attachments to the works you are using. Because of I can use works without grasping, I can successfully explain about the middle way. This is middle way. No rejecting, no grasping, just using only. All created truths are not to reject and not to grasp. Rejecting or grasping habits is wrong. Using only is right. Experiencing only is right. If you think everything is important, you are using, there is attachment to everything. If you think nothing is important also, it is also attachments to everything. It concerns with everything. Nothing and everything are just created truth. If your mind is free from attachment, there will be no thinking like this will appear in you. Everything is to use only. Just to use only. Not to grasp as something, not to grasp as everything. Just trying to use only. Just trying to be able to use only, without grasping. Just experience, to be experiencing only, without grasping. It is good. It is good, it is bad. All opposite situations are to experience only. Grasping to the situation is wrong. All created truths are not to be rejected, not to be grasped.
In the monk training, there is one exercise. If there is something which you like, turn it over. You don't like it. So, or if something you really despise, turn it over. So your mind becomes flexible. Anything can be liked, can be disliked. And then you say, if this is just accident or family habit or child habit, then why use it at all? So don't fall into that habit of liking and disliking. But for the beginning, it is quite can be entertaining to see something you really hate, and then think, where is the benefit of that thing? Am I able to like it? Then you can see that's how it can flip over. But this is a very lengthy process. This instruction is short. Just make it clear in your mind that all these created truths, all these created things, persons are generally dualistic. There is something positive, there is something negative. It depends just on fancy likings and narrow-mindedness, if you're on the liking side or if you're on the disliking side. So just get rid of it. because then possibilities are widening up. Then suddenly everything is possible. And you can do much more relaxed what is required, what is fitting, what is harmonious, what is sustainable. You are no more crippled by your likings and dislikings. It is reducing it into that. Do not forget. Use it only. Don't fall into liking, all this complication. Use it.
So do you have any guideline as a beginner? Like, do you have any steps, like first steps, what you need to do, second steps? You throw a lot of things, I have a lot of ideas. But the thing is go through the practice. If I look through something that I like, and now I turn to dislike, I cannot do it. And I can have a concept that an idea of I has been attached with me for more than 40 over years. It's very difficult to throw it away immediately. This is impossible.
Don't throw it away, just look at it.
All right.
And slowly it looks silly. And then you don't like it anymore.
Pay more attention to my teaching. It is copying the power from me. In this way, what you cannot do will be easy to do. You have connection with me, that's why you can get help from me. You can think about me instead of thinking about yourself. You can think about my teaching instead of knowing your own. In this way, you can change your life to go beyond normal people. Normal people are thinking the same, just paying attention to the created truth.
Now, you mean a concept, through the language. Practice is really something you go through by your experiences. Of course, the concept makes a lot of sense, because desire is something that you must have an idea of I. I like something, I dislike something. Basically, it's what I desire from. So it makes a lot of sense. It's logically can be done. That how enjoyable is what you said about, without a boundary. So I is a boundary. Having yourself without a boundary means that you are limitless. But this is a concept, actually. I buy this. Need time to practice. I don't know how long the process is going to be,
Time is not how long, or time is not important. Just practice is important. Just follow the way. Just practice can solve the problem. If you think about how long it will take, it is not real practicing. If you think of thinking and practicing is not, if you pay attention to the time, you are not practicing in the right way. Just follow the way. Don't think about the time.
The first thing is you can see that this is nice. So you want to be like that. How much time it takes? Just work on it.
Attention to the time is also
one of the
habit, wrong habit of our
Not the right way,
yes, not right.
Trying to fiddle out something which can be, yes. In one of the sutras it is a little bit taken out the pressure when they say, well, it depends on your capacities, on your abilities, on the surrounding, on the teacher. Maybe it will take 7 days, or 7 weeks, or 7 months, or 7 years. That's quite a variety. But it takes out that I want to calculate it.
Or actually, in a way, it's another form of desire. You want to time to be shorter, isn't it?
First is this, you understand, this is good, I want to have it. This is the main thing. Everything else is quite working.
Master, yeah, I will follow, try to experience it.
Yes.
Instead of like, having a theory.
This is the first time we have Master talking, right?
Yeah.
And then what you do is you turn on the DVD and you play. I guarantee you can get it either first time or 21st time.
Guarantee.
Either first time or 21st time.
Okay.
Because JC had to listen 21st time in order to understand what Master was talking. And I had to listen 4, 5 times before I understand.
I'm sure I need more. 4,000 times more.
But the moment, as I said, when you understand, it's very clear.
Okay.
Everything will fall in place nicely.
Thank you very much.